So I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I first took on this challenge. Seriously, I had my ass handed to me numerous times by the summons, their bodyguard, and yeah, a robot. So here's my guide on Shinra's Combat Simulator's final challenge. I suggest using Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith for this challenge, and here's my recommended equipment and material layout. I will explain the importance and function of this build as we go along each battle. First up is our Ice Goddess. So key items to take note here, aside from her smoking hot body, is that she gets easily pressured by Firaga and can be burst to death once staggered. Let me share with you this burst sequence which can help you achieve that. I've done this multiple times to check consistency and managed to get the same results, so feel free to pause the video at any time. Let's see this baby in action. The strategy relies on ATB buildup, so your initial ATBs will be from your first strike materia and whirlwind scarf. Your character that staggers the enemy will get a boost from ATB stagger, and just try to observe how Skill Master and this ATB assist materia activates. Now this can be identified when your character has this ultra instinct like aura after a skill, right there. The Skill Master materia activated because Cloud used 3 different commands: Firaga, Focus Thrust, and Disorder. Now Focus Thrust and Disorder were done back to back within a certain time frame. That's why it also activated the ATB assist materia. Here's the same strategy on a different run with the same results. I know with enough practice you'll be able to pull it off as well, so just let me know your thoughts about the strategy on the comments below. Next up is our big bone friend, Fat Chocobo. Alright, so some keynotes during the fight. Utilize Punisher mode combo plus unique skills to easily pressure and stagger Fat Chocobo. Also, he's like Shiva, so you can burst him to death once staggered with the help of haste magic. So when he's staggered, your priority is to have Aerith cast her magic with an Arcane Ward, then Infinity's End, and Tifa's skills. Use Tifa's True Strike if you're controlling other characters, but if they already have commands in place, just go ahead and use Tifa's unique combo. So a good way of eliminating taunt berries once summoned is using Cloud's Triple Slash. So start the fight by casting Haste on Aerith, and do a Disorder. This will pressure Fat Chocobo into a Punisher mode combo with the Hold Square ability. I was able to do Focus Thrust into a counter stance because of haste. That's why I had ATB. Just continue with the Punisher mode combo into Focus Thrust until Fat Chocobo is staggered. Here I was lucky because it was a bomb that was summoned, so no need to use Triple Slash. So I went on and continued with the stagger. So once staggered, cast Arcane Ward on Aerith and start bursting away with Firaga's. Build up an Infinity's End on Cloud, then switch to Tifa. Then here's the time you're going to build up the stagger damage with her skills. So once Aerith is done with her barrage, switch to her to build up ATB to do another set of Firagas. And once that's done, switch to Cloud and build up ATB for another Infinity's End. And also, if you have ATB on Tifa and Aerith while building up Cloud's ATB, just use Tifa's ATB for a True Strike and Firaga on Aerith. That should end Fat Chocobo really quick. Up next is our Water Serpent, Leviathan. Alright, so some keynotes. Apparently water is not an element in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So the goal here is to build up Cloud's limit break. So by using haste and attacking, defending, and using his unique skills is definitely a must. That's why a transference module is really needed. So just make sure to rotate Cloud's skills to take advantage of skill master materia and also ATB assist, and just use Tifa and Era to heal the team. If they have extra ATB, then you can use it for damage. And also another thing that you need to remember is to move away from your team when Leviathan uses his spinning dive. This is just to limit the damage that your team will get. And if you're using Cloud, using counter stance is great, because this will allow you to use ATB, thus help you build your limit break bar. So once pressured, just go ahead and build up his staggering meter up until it takes just one more hit or two for him to stagger. You do not stagger him if you don't have Cloud's limit break. So remember that when you stagger an enemy, there's a small boost in your limit break bar. If that's going to be enough to have Cloud his limit break, then do it. But if not, just wait for his second set of spinning dives and just build your limit break meter there. So once he's staggered, cast Ascension, Thundaga and Aerith, and Tifa's unique combo. So as always, we start a round by casting Haste on Aerith. So here I am using as much skills as I can when building ATB on Cloud. So remember to take advantage of Skill Master and ATB assist materia. Remember to spend your ATB as soon as you earn them, so that you'll be able to build up your limit break bar. Remember to guard attacks as much as you can, and use Tifa and Aerith to heal the party. Continue using ATBs to build up your limit break bar. So here comes his first set of spinning dives. I blocked the first one since I didn't have any ATB. But as soon as I did, I used it on counter stance, since it's a good way of defending and damaging him, as well as earning a limit break for Cloud. So once he uses Aquatic Focus, this is the best time to pressure him. Remember to just build up the stagger meter and not stagger him. Just leave 1 or 2 hits for the actual stagger until you have Cloud's limit break. Here I'm just waiting on the second set of spinning dives to complete my limit break meter on Cloud. Remember to use counter stance once he does his second set of spinning dives for a limit break meter. Remember that small boost on the limit break bar when you stagger an enemy that I was talking about? I'm going to take advantage of that in this situation. Once staggered, it's time to unleash Ascension, Thundaga, and Tifa's combo. This will end Leviathan. It's time for the game's true OG, Bahamut. So here's the ultimate summon that summons a summon. Key pointers for this battle: of course, haste is always a must for ATB, and we will be waiting until Bahamut uses his grab skill. So once he does this, you just have Aerith cast Arcane Ward, then have her cast Viraga, and the other characters just have them build ATB, run up to the ward, cast Viraga, switch characters, build up ATB, run towards the ward, and then cast Viraga. That's going to be your loop until it gets pressured, and when it gets pressured and knocked off the air, just go ahead and build up his stagger meter, and once he's staggered, this is going to be very easy to dispose of. He's going to have low HP, which is just going to be easy for you to kill him. And yeah, if he does summon Ifrit, it doesn't matter. All of his attacks are fire-based, so it won't do you any damage. Matter of fact, it's going to heal you, depending on the level of your elemental material. As always, we begin the round with haste. So here, I'm trying to squeeze in as much damage as I can until he uses the grab skill. Take note of that mini dive bomb skill. Normally, he does a flare breath after that, so using a counter stance is actually effective against that. You have damage, and you won't be hit by the abnormal status hitting foods. So while doing this, just have the others support Cloud with HP, and once he does the grab skill just like that, have Aerith cast an Arcade Ward, cast Firaga, and do the same with Tifa. Just have her run towards the ward, of course. And wait until Cloud drops. First thing, just to go ahead and have Cloud cure himself. So switch, then build ATB. And normally he will do his countdown after letting go of Cloud. This is another perfect opportunity to do the Firaga loop. So there, I'm building up ATB on Tifa, run up to the ward, cast Firaga, switch characters, build up ATB, Firaga. So just keep on doing that because it's going to interrupt his other skills. So it's the perfect way really to deal with Bahamut. So just keep on doing the loop and eventually it will drop on the floor. Have Cloud use Focus Thrust, Focus Strike on Tifa, and Magic on Aerith to build up Stagger. And don't forget to recast haste for continuous ATB buildup. So after this, it will call upon Ifrit and continue on with his countdown, so we will have more than enough time to complete our stagger. And once staggered, it's just going to take a couple of unique skills to finish him off, which will leave us with the ever harmless Ifrit. So we just need to finish him off to move on to the next round. If you have ATB on Aerith, try using Soul Drains so you can recover MP for the next round. And finally, it's time for Baymax on steroids. Pride and joy. So some key pointers for the fight: just stay behind him, do your attacks from there, use Tifa's ATB for additional damage while Aerith try to recover as much MP as you can from the last fight. Also rotate Cloud's skills to take advantage of Scoutmaster and ATB assist, and he also has a grab skill. So you can avoid this actually. So when he does the animation of grabbing, wait for it and then dodge away from it. I'll show you an example later. And if you do get caught, just have Aerith cast Arcane Ward on herself and then cast Tendagas. With enough damage, you will release the character. Also, focusing on one leg once targetable is a great strategy, since you won't be able to move once you destroy a leg. Though it's gonna grow it back, but it's gonna give you enough time to put more damage in and increase your stagger meter. Alright, so once he staggers, just finish him off with Thundaga, Infinity's End, and of course Tifa's combo. So as usual, we start our fight by casting Haste. And this is what I was talking about, because he will start with a skill that can one-hit kill you. So just get behind him, do your attacks, rotate on cloud skills to take advantage of the skill master and ATB assist materia, have Aerith cast Soul Drain just to recover from the last fight, and as for Tifa, just use your ATB for additional damage. I prefer using Star Shower, so I might want to consider that as well. So given that we have fire armor, we are absorbing this attack from him, which is great. So this is going to be a pretty easy fight. So once you have ATBs, just use them all up, and eventually you'll build up stagger. And this is the example that I was talking about. See, you can dodge away from catch, so just wait for that animation, and you can definitely avoid it. Now this skill, hit to more than enough times, that's going to paralyze you. And once you're paralyzed, it will combo you with catch. Also, don't forget to cast heal on the bound character. So the best way to release your teammate is to have Aerith cast Arcane Ward and cast Thundaga on the right arm. Because once he's holding somebody in his right arm, it will be targetable. So that's when you cast Thundaga. Add a few melee hits, then he will release the bound character. Continue your onslaught from behind until he staggers. Focusing on the leg and destroying it is also a great strategy to neutralize it. You can get more hits in and increase your stagger meter. Once staggered, just finish him off with a Thundaga, Infinity's End, and Tifa's combo. So there you have it. If it helped you in any way, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for future content. And a huge shout out to Vilmar Almeida for suggesting this guide. See you in the next one, guys.